Beatrix Biotch here, no time for bullshit. Ladies, you know you want Shango Rei to make that burning question of yours squirt the sweet nectar of truth. Well, now you can. Come over and over to the conclusions you really need in this time when you ask Shango Rei now. I'm looking at the screen, and girl, that bitch is starting to fill up, so get your question in now. Fellas, you got questions too. It's all good. Just send your $25 or more donation to paypal.me/Shango Rei. You can also drop it in my daddy's Cash App at $Ray Shango.
What's going on? This is Shango motherfucking Rei, your golden god. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to another episode of Ask Shango Rei Now show. I'm about to go to the comments and see what the hell's going on over here. Make yourself comfortable. Haha, what's going on, prophetess? How you doing? Oh, I want to publicly congratulate our very own prophetess Vance on her clients. I say clients, let's just speak it, all right, for her Reiki practice. So I'm going to open this up saying, if you want to know more about the benefits of Reiki, what exactly precisely it could do for you, what to expect, and you want to be put in some good hands, you want to definitely check with our resident prophetess Vance. So go ahead and post the info. So how are y'all doing? It's 4 here. I only see one person actually talking. That means 3 of you might be Lurkeisha's. It's okay, Lurkeish. I love you, okay? I fucking love you, okay? Do you understand? My haters, I love you too. I'm a big ball of love, all right? So let's get it. I'm going to let you guys kind of get in here. Pretty soon, we will be doing, some card pools. If you have some questions, now is the time to get it in, okay? Let me run this for you here. Where's our banners at? So yes, if you have a specific question you'd like to ask, I would suggest you get in line. Get in line right now. You can follow this scrolling text right here, okay? And that's either paypal.me/Shango motherfucking Rei or $Ray Shango. $, okay? Let's see what's going on over here in the comments. Letting people get up in here. Red sunflower. Oh, there you go. See, Keisha knows I need that love. I needs that love. Okay, so I appreciate it. Okay, besides y'all feed me anyway, so you know what I'm saying. With energy, you know what I'm saying. You feed me. But yes, how's everybody doing? I'm pretty sure everyone, or a lot of people anyway, so getting ready to go to wherever the fuck they're gonna go to for their holiday season. I just looked at the clock right now and it just happened to say 4:44 on there. Impeccable timing. You know what I'm saying? So this would be the good time. Obviously, I ain't gonna be available next week. Ask Shango Rei Now is not happening next week. Anna, what's going on? How you doing? How are y'all doing? Yeah. So let me see. Trying to think of some announcements. We have the new course and product coming out very, very soon, dropping soon. It's called To Live and Die in 3D. And it is a couple, actually, death meditations. So that way you don't have to do the same one over and over again. You can kind of switch it up. Plus, there's an actual death oil. And the reason why that you really want to be interested in this is because the only true way to really embrace life is to fully embrace death, and as you start to chop away your fears, even your unconscious fears, especially your unconscious fears about death, what that ends up doing is allowing you to live more fully, okay? In like every fucking way you could think about it, to be honest with you. Your whole perception will continue to change. King Key, what's going on with you? So that's coming soon. And in a few weeks, looks like we're going to be having to do our traditional yearly forecast. Of course, the New Year's forecast. That's coming in a few weeks, next month. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. Where are we at here with the time? 6:30. We got 6 people in here thus far. It might be a slow night. Hell, it might be a quick night. Okay, it just fucking might be a quick night. Okay. Anna R, what's going on with you? Oh yes, before we do anything, goddamn it, I need you to cunniling me bottom bitch. Okay, my bottom bitch is my like button. She loves to be cunnilinged. Okay, just like you, Okay, so I want you to be able to form an empathetic relationship with my like button. Okay, the same way you like your cootie, your cooter done, she likes to be treated the same way. And one thing I know y'all all love is to be glistened. All right. So when you come in here, make sure that tongue is not feeling like sandpaper. Okay. Glisten her. She works hard for the money. All right. So I think we're just going to get into it. If this is going to be a short night, then it's going to be a short night. I'm not complaining. All right. Let me just, as they say in the old school, check my traps. All right. And if you don't know how this goes, you put up a hand emoji in the chat section. I look at the bottom of the chat and then I select who I'm going to select. I pick their card for them. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, when I'm done, I go to the bottom of the chat and I look around, and I see who's there. And then that's who I choose. Okay. So if you want to get down on it, I would suggest you do. All right. Which deck and personal readings, I'm going to include an oracle card as well. So if you order a personal reading or have a personal question, I should say, here tonight, right now, specific question you want me or you want to explore with me, I'm also going to throw in a Kinky, I see you. I'm just going with you, Mom. I'm going with you. Let me see here. I'm trying to decide what card. I think for Kinky, I'm going with these. If I'm not, hey, what's going on, Mac? Machiavelli Crooks in the building. Shout out, salute. Let me see here. Make sure I don't have no cut card in here. What does that shit say? All right. Let me give him a shuffle duffle. Thank you, prophetess. Let's hit that. We do what we can, Mock. We do what we can, Mock. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep, hey, like I always say, this dick ain't going to throw itself. Although it just possibly might. It is that fucking good. But I don't like leaving shit to chance. You know what I'm saying? So either that or you never know when you might have to drag a motherfucker down the street. So one of the two. All right, so we're gonna go with King Key first. King Key, I like to just take, hold on, so let's just slow it the fuck down, shall we? Real quick, all right? Just wanna take a minute to just get centered here. So go ahead and just take a deep breath. Get all that good ass fucking chi, baby. All right, yes, I'm infringing. All right, go ahead and just relax. I wanna invite my own guides, of course, as if they need any invitation, right? My inner Damon. And of course, I ban, bar, and block any lying, deceptive, bullshit ass, funky ass entities, spirits, thought forms, whatever. Any and all, ban, bar, and blocked. Only the truth. All right. Yeah, man. It ain't gonna throw its motherfucking self. Although, like I said, I think mine probably could, but I don't wanna, you know. All right, King Key, let's get it. King Key. All right. What is the message for King Key tonight? And thank you all for being a part of this. Like, I consider these kind of like my warm up at first. You know what I mean? So I think I'm probably going to bring back personal readings as well for just probably around after Thanksgiving, you know, because I know a lot of people be wanting readings besides their yearly forecast ones for the 2023 New Year's forecast. Those are always a smash hit. You know, I always get swamped with those. And those are like an hour long each. So each person is like a fucking hour long. You understand? So yeah. All right, King Key, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's the message for King Key? Just a moment, King Key. I'm going to take my time a little bit since there's not like a whole bunch of people today. Sometimes the rhythm is weird, you know, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. All right. So this is your card that I got. 3 of Hearts. Well, I'm going to tell you this is actually coming through a couple different ways for you. I don't know if you got something going on, if you might be seeing somebody, whether it's, you know, casually or not romantically. Okay. But I am feeling that there is some form of a third party type of situation. Or if you're wondering about somebody specifically, thank you very much. They're saying, yes, your wondering is correct. Okay. The other side of this, though, that I wanted to tell you is about, because to me, I feel like there's a lot of worry. For some reason, you're going through bouts of worry, and it may have to do with a bunch of other shit as well. All right. So Spirit is also reminding me to have you ground yourself a little bit more frequently this time of year or at this particular time, right? Shauna Cleavage, the abstinent goddess. Am I right? Is that you, Shauna? Okay. All right. What's the message for Shauna Luckman? Queen Key, you hear that? I go back to parties solo, I think. Okay. All right. So Shauna, what is the message for Shauna Luckman? What is the message for Shauna Luckman? One more time. What is the message for Shauna Luckman? What is that goddamn message? All right. Shauna, do you have some type of legal situation going on? Or there may be one approaching. Okay. Yes, King Key. I mean, Queen Key. I told myself, I know that's your name. I know I get the background, but like I was like, no, I'm not going to be saying that. I'm going to call you Queen Key. All right. So you see this, right? Off the top, it's either a legal situation or a situation with a man, okay? Most likely an older man. If it involves somebody specific and not an entity such as a county, company, corporation. This right here though feels like some type of trouble, okay? Some type of trouble, either, I'm more pulled to say legal, some type of either legal, it could be anything under the legal, okay? Or having to do with some form of like authority, upper management, if you will. All right. So maybe you're at a company, maybe the big boss or one of the bigger bosses, something like that. But I feel like there's going to be some problems. If it hasn't already, it's going to be. All right. Yes. So that's what they're talking about, though. And if it is a legal situation right now, your position that I can see is not looking very victorious. Let's just put it that way. It's not looking. You may want to look into it, do some soul searching around it. If this is what's going on, anyways, either that or if it's a situation at work dealing with some form of authority. And I keep particularly a man. You're going to probably want to take some type of magical means about that, because just as it is right now, it's not looking too cool. Anna R. Do you feel me, Shauna? Okay. Because I want you to come out on top. Okay. Pun intended. All right. All right. Work. All right. So you already know what I'm talking about then, huh? Because the boy, the man, the God is that good. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about then. You know what I'm talking about. See, she has a hand on the forehead like, fuck. Yeah, well, you knew what was coming. Okay. As far as, okay. Well, then it's my honor then because, yeah, they're letting you know now, like you might want to, for one also, because then if you're doing magic, if you think about it, Anna, I got you. Anna, don't, let me put you up just so I don't forget you. If you're doing magic, don't forget, one of the main things that you're doing when you're doing magic is you're changing your thoughts. You're changing your perception. That in and of itself is fucking magic. Okay. So when I'm saying magic, don't just automatically assume like, you know, sacrifice some cows and shit. But hey, when in Rome, all right. And okay. And you just take care of yourself though. All right. You make sure you cross your T's, you dot your I's, all that good shit. All right. All right, Anna. Oh, Anna. Anna, I see you, Vulcan. All right, let's get it. What the hell is your thumbnail? Is that a plant? Is that weed? What is that? I was gonna say, break me off a chunk. All right, for Anna, what's the message for Anna? What's the message for Anna? If you want your own question answered, follow this ticking scroll timeline right here. All right. Okay, Anna. Just a second. I'm getting everything I can off this card. All right. I don't know why, but the words practicing peace of mind come to mind. I don't know if you have been. I kind of feel like you have been. But I would strongly suggest, Spirit is suggesting to, just as it says, practice peace of mind. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Just to like use a very crude example. One of the things I might do is, okay, so let's say maybe I'm not even, because I don't be stressing about shit anymore. Like I can't remember the last time I was like really fucking stressed out. I really can't. But if I was, I would ask myself questions like, okay, what's the worst? Let's just say the worst thing that could happen fucking happens. And then what? All right. 3 keywords. And then what? And I keep, and then what? Okay. And then what? And then what? And then what? And then I'll be like, well, what are some other things I might be able to do or whatever? I don't know, but they're telling me something about practicing peace of mind. And like I said, I already kind of feel like you already are in a sense. So in some ways, I guess I want to say, keep doing what you're doing. Okay. But this to me is like a peaceful mind. Everything is available to a peaceful mind, to a calm mind. Okay. They're also telling me just one thing. Okay. Just one thing. Always remember, no matter what, you're always in a box. Okay. Once you get out of one box, you're in a bigger box. That box is inside of a box, is inside of a box, and so forth. Okay. So you always got to remember, because you're an individualized person and you're having an individualized experience, you are very limited. Your perception is very limited. So in essence, Anna, what they're telling me to tell you is start looking for, I mean, seriously, like with intention, conscious ways to start to begin to think out of your box. You know what I'm saying? And one of the ways that I think I'll start to get to thinking out of my box is what ifing myself. You know, that works for me. Machiavelli, I got you. Oh, it's money. That's what that is. Oh shit. I'll definitely take a chunk of that. Machiavelli crooks, I got you and put you up there so that way we're drawing for. Let me just take a second to check some traps here. All righty. Okay, so Getting warmed up. How many we got in here? Only 9. It's a slow night tonight, huh? Shit. Some nights it bees like that, though. You know, some nights it bees like that. Machiavelli Crooks. What is the message for Machiavelli Crooks? What is the message? Anna, does that make sense to you? I'm just checking. Machiavelli Crooks. Machiavelli Crooks. Machiavelli Crooks. All right, Mach. Here we go. What's the message? I'm going to show it to you the way it came out, too. I think I might have told you something about this. Didn't you get this last time or one of the times before? I don't know if it was you or not, but maybe it wasn't you. But this card, the Queen of Hearts, you know, a lot of times I'm so surprised, and actually it's happened so much I'm not surprised, you know. But usually when this card comes up, there may be some mommy issues manifesting, and mommy issues manifest in all kinds of ways. Okay, they may look unrelated, but they come up. Okay, so off the top, I'm saying that there is probably, invariably something that you may want to review, okay, and release your mother, forgive your mother, or if you guys, I don't know if you guys are arguing or whatever. Yeah, I sure did. Okay. All right. Yeah. The other thing about that, and I think this is where I'm telling you this because I also feel like there's some female, I'll just say female for this. I usually don't like using that word too much, but just there is a woman, female. She might be young. Okay, but and like I said, I don't know if this is romantic or not. I'm not going to front to you on that note. But this woman, yeah, it's that time. This woman, I feel, is like, the best way I can describe it is like she has her claws in you energetically. All right. When you start getting into that zone where you start, forming chords and, connections with people, even if you haven't seen them in a minute, they can still affect you. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever affects them can also kind of trickle down and affect you as well. So like I said, I just keep getting pulled. I feel like there's some woman around you that, and it could be family, it could be romantic, but I don't know, man. I feel like the picture in my mind is like you trying to swim with this person on your back. And I'm telling you that because that's like what it feels like. Okay. So anybody else that's been, okay, that's what I got though for you, man. But one way around that is to deal with mom or whatever it is that you probably don't, you're probably not even aware of this shit. Honestly, you're probably not even aware of this. These unconscious things are by far the most powerful. If they can hide from your consciousness, they are very powerful. Okay. So you're going to want to, I don't know, look around in that area. Okay. So we're going to take a very quick break here. All right. And we shall return.
Beatrix Biotch here. No time for bullshit. Ladies, you know you want Shango Rei to make that burning question of yours squirt the sweet nectar of truth. Well, now you can. Come over and over to the conclusions you really need in this time when you ask Shango Rei now. I'm looking at the screen, and girl, that bitch is starting to fill up. So get your question in now. Fellas, you got questions too. It's all good. Just send your $25 or more donation to paypal.me/Shango Rei. You can also drop it in my daddy's Cash App at $RayShango.
Excuse me. Having a little bit of fun here. Let's get back to these comments over here. Just spoke to my mother. How ironic. Yeah. I mean, I could give you some examples, bro, that is just like unbelievable. And some of these examples, I'm not going to though, but some of these examples, when you think about them logically, from a logical mind, you got to remember, first of all, you're dealing with your unconscious mind, which is heavily steeped in emotion. I mean, that's its fucking language, not logic. And so if you're looking at it from some of these things that may come up, that's why they're always saying don't judge it, because if you're looking at it with a logic mind, you're going to be like, that's so fucking stupid. You know what I mean? But your subconscious mind, or there is still them aspects of you. And depending on what happened when you were younger, if you went through traumas, you might have had like pieces of your like auric field or something. Because in trauma, you can lose little pieces. Well, I don't want to say lose, but you need to call that shit back too. So I don't know what your whole story is as far as that goes, but I'm just saying, like, it can get really interesting. I won't say weird, I'll say interesting. It can get very interesting when you're dealing with certain shit like that. Like, that's what you've been holding up my life for, subconscious mind, and it's like, from a logical perspective though, the shit does not make fucking sense. That's the way it works. Absolutely, Earth, Goddessa. And also, if you are looking to take, your magic, I got some new courses, a free course that I'm about to upload to. Well, it's not free, like free, but it is kind of free. It's the one thing that's going to be free on this. But it's an introductory thing that you can get a lot from. You get the foundations right, a lot of the shit ends up being a whole lot better. So join the Sorcerer's Corner. Go check it out. That's the address right there, just to get more information on that. Okay, the spells, rituals, classes. Online classes, I should say. There's all kinds of shit there. So go check it out. And anybody else? Is there anybody else who'd like a card? Oh, you know what? Let me check my motherfucking shit here. See what's going on here. Where did my Larkeishas go? Nobody wants card shit. Nobody wants one. I think you do. Hold on, let me just check here. Okay. Some days it be popping. Some days it's just a little bit slower. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So would anybody else like a card? If not, that is okay too, because I have plenty of other shit I can do. And I'm probably going to stick around for just another minute here because I like to bullshit with you. You know what I'm saying? I like to chop it up with you. Keep you guys keep me company when I come on here. So, And yeah, let's put this up here for one good time, shall we? Yeah. So once again, if you are inquiring about Reiki services, all right, I would suggest that you send her something about what your situation is. So ask her, like, how does Reiki help with that particular situation? So think of whatever you're saying. It could be anything, because everything is energy. And that's what Reiki deals with. All right. Where are we at? 30 minutes. Yeah. So anyways, we got 6. Mock got 1. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. And I think I will even just give a quick little general here for fucking sake. All right. Why not? Why not? And this may also go along with your card of the day also as well. And we'll throw in We'll throw in some old Santa Muerte Oracle with it too. Still in that time of year, you know. Still in that time of year. Let's see what we have. People are funny, y'all. Before I do that, I don't know about y'all, but I wanted to say this. Some people take to people real fast. Some people are just very, very, they're too suspicious. You know, you can be too guarded, as you know. I've often explained my particular system to like a target, right? Concentric circles inside of concentric circles, okay? Everyone starts off with me on the fucking outside biggest circle, okay? And through time, through experience, you know, things like that. Sometimes, I don't know, you just click with somebody. You know what I mean? It's unexplainable because y'all know each other already. That's why y'all had plenty of rodeos together, you know, or y'all know each other, you know? So sometimes you do have that factor. But if we're not talking about that factor, you got to work your way through the fucking circles. Okay. Now, once you get to the inner circle, more than likely, you're not going to get into the inner circle. Okay. Hardly nobody does. But if you can shoot for them, you know, 3 circles that are outside of the inner circle, that's fucking great. Like that's a good goal. That's a good goal. You know what I mean? Don't be ashamed. You know, hardly 1% make it in the fucking inner circle. All right. So just don't even worry about that. If you made it to one of them outer 3 circles of the inner circle, you know, you did great. You did great. But what constitutes, how do you call somebody a friend? How do you call somebody a friend? What constitutes a friend? Some people give that title out too easily. And some people, like me, fucking Scrooge McDuck, all right, very reluctantly give that fucking title out. Even if we cooler than the other side of the pillow. Because that shit don't come, like, it's very difficult for me to say that somebody's an actual friend when you haven't really been through anything with them. And granted, just because, I mean, you could go through a lot with somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then they end up doing some fuck shit, or you do some fuck shit, you know? So it's gotten to the point where I don't really have friends. I have associates, and then I have who I would consider family or fam. Like real, you know what I'm saying? The whole friend thing, like a lot of people, like I said, they throw that around easily. Me, we're probably going to end up being very cool associates. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you don't get that title unless you're gonna have to be tried, tested, and true over here. If you fuck with me, you will be tested. I will test you. If I'm fucking with you romantically and it's like kind of that serious or exclusive or whatever, you will be tested. Okay? Close friends or whatever, you will be tested. You need to know who you're fucking with. And I say y'all, like, I would think y'all need to know too, right? I don't want to presume or assume. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. And more than likely, you'll never know. You'll never know. I'll just tuck that under my hat. You know, but that's just how that's my model of as far as relationships. Or because a lot of people now, what do we do now? We deal with people online. We all do, right? They say that people, once they get past a certain age, like their social circle just basically dies because they don't do shit. They don't have really friends anymore, like in real life. They just go out, or I mean, they go to work, they come back. You know, people get in their routines, and the older they get, the harder those routines are to break. So let's see here. Let's explore some comments. Is meditation the best way to tap into subconscious and confront past trauma or things that are holding back forgiveness? That's a good question, man. That's actually a very great question. First off, I would look at that word best, because depending on the situation, right? Like meditation, I'm assuming you mean like more trance-like meditation, right? That can be very useful. It can also be useful, like, well, especially hypnosis, but hypnosis with an experienced hypnotist, that can, if you can do that, it could also be very opportune, because you get to actually let go. When you're doing self-hypnosis, it's a lot more difficult to get what is it? Somnambulism, where like you don't even remember. You know, if you've really ever been in deep trance or hypnotized, like, you know, because we're all in trance states all throughout the day. We're always in a trance state. So to answer your question, as far as best, I would just say, I wouldn't say best. It's just, it could be a very effective way. I don't really kind of believe in absolutes anymore. I question everything, because what might be really great one day ain't cutting it the next day. You know what I'm saying? So the other way is through asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Asking yourself questions, or there's different ways as far as that. Like transcendental meditation is basically you get into a trance state by asking yourself questions. Like, who am I? You know what I mean? And if you actually really ponder that shit, it will take you somewhere, because then you're going to get an answer, and you're like I did some of it. Like, it was like, what was the questions? I forgot what the questions were, but whatever your answer was from the previous one, then you ask something about that, and you just kind of go down a rabbit hole, and you'd be surprised what comes up. Hey, Tamana, what's going on? Trance-like state. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I'll give it to you again, but I don't know. Actually, it's on the screen right there. $ Rei Shango. I don't know, Mom. How you doing tonight? Yeah, but first of all, like, you may not need to go into like super duper trance. You know what I'm saying? You can. That's one way of doing it, but you may not have to. You feel me? Yeah, you may not have to, you know? Now, what it is good for is to find hidden or traumas that your subconscious mind has hidden from you, because it may have been so bad, so traumatic, it just totally like edited that shit out and stuffed it under something, or shoved it in the closet or something. And it's like you walk around your whole life not ever knowing that shit, and then one day something happens. When you ever hear somebody had a rip or a break, you know, and that shit comes out. And at the time that it happened, it was so traumatic. It's just like with pain, like you'll pass out with a certain amount of pain. You'll pass out, because that's your mind's way of saying, cut the fucking plug. We can't deal with this shit. You know, Carmela Ali, hola. Does that make sense to you though? I know that was kind of long-winded, but you may not need trance like to, as far as the forgiving. But what may have or may not have, depends, whatever happened, might have been edited out. So you need to be able to go like scrape the hard drive to pull that shit back out. Okay. Yeah. That's why journaling, I don't know if you journal, Mock, but like, that's why that shit, you'll be surprised what the fuck comes out of it. And I know I can already sense from you, like, you're like, yeah, but I don't want my conscious mind answering the questions. I want my subconscious, I want the whatever it really is to come forth. So sometimes that's where you may not need to get in a super deep trance where you don't remember anything. You could just get into a more relaxed state and just, you know, ask you questions like that. It's all a process, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit never ends. It never ends. Don't stop. All right, so we're about to wrap it up here. Okay. And if you like your very own free gratis card, put a hand emoji right up in that chat box right there while I'm still here. And I'll definitely do it. Okay, what's I looking for? Yeah. All right. Yeah, excellent questions, though. I got the best fam. You know what I'm saying? The fam band. I get the best fam band. Setting your intentions before you sleep. Let me put that up here. Yeah. Setting your intentions before you sleep may help you get the answer in a dream too. That's true. I think that's probably the hardest one because you got to catch the dream right as you're waking up. You got to catch that in other words, you got to write it down or have some type of like voice recorder thing or whatever, you know, to put the dream in, because unless it was like a real strong travel, all right, more than likely, you're probably not going to remember too much of it after about 10 seconds. Sometimes, I don't know, I've gotten better at it, but even with me, I'm just like, I'll forget that shit. But then it starts to come back, or certain pieces will come back to me. What's going on? Renee. Appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. Yes, I've been scripting a lot lately in journal. Okay, good. And another thing, that's what I was just gonna say, if that's what you've been doing, I don't know how long you've been doing it for, you gotta be patient with yourself too. You know what I'm saying? So like, I get it though, wanting to go for the gusto, you know, but sometimes just your consistency with it, sticking with it, it yields a lot of fruit. You get a lot of jewels from that. Oh, well, thank you so much, Tamana Ali Bey. Did you want me to answer a question, or was that just straight love? Because I love it. Oh, just a gift for gifting donate. I appreciate you so much. Real shit. Excuse me. Nikki 24. I got you, Mom. Hey, but thank you so much, Tamana Ali Bey. Always a pleasure. Yes, please and straight. Okay, let me know what is it? What you got? Oh, yes, please and straight love. Okay. Straight love. Well, okay, not a problem. You can do that too. Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. Not a problem. She said, I will reach out. Okay. Do that. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Okay. Nikki, I'm going to put you up on there so I don't forget. You're like my little placeholder. All right. I try not to think about the dream. Got to let it marinate. Yeah. Sometimes if I'm like examining it or like decoding the shit, I'll stick with it until I feel like, okay, it's just time to let it. I got about as much as I'm going to get right now from this shit. I'm going to let it go now. Yeah. Okay. So for Nikki 24, what is the message? What's the Melly Mel? Huh? Nikki 24. What's the message I need to give? For Nikki 24. Brother Davis, how are you doing, sir? How you doing, God? Well, I don't know if you've been wondering or worrying about something that may have to do with either your health or your work or possibly both. All right. But I'm going to tell you this. You got like this is a very, very powerful card. Okay. I also feel there may be a change in work or health, but like in a positive way. So if let's just say you were injured or you had something that was bothering you or whatever, like, well, now it's time for a life without that nuisance, right? Job, I feel like, or work, you may be changing one form of your work. All right. So I don't know what you do. I don't know what your job is. I don't know if you have a job. I don't know if you have some other type of work that means a lot to you in your life. Like, you know, they got like your life's work as well, too. You know, maybe you go volunteer and shit, or I don't know, whatever it is. But I feel like it's like a promotion. To me, it actually, if I'm getting more specific with it, it feels like a change. Or and I bet you've been considering changing work or careers or whatever it is. I was injured at work, just diagnosed with a spinal disorder after. Okay, well, you're going to, I mean, I'm not going to say, I'm not a doctor. Obviously, you know that. I don't like doing medical shit, but I'm just going to say that I see a lot of improvement, though, in a lot of different ways, and you overcoming a lot of those challenges. Wow. Talk about it. The kid's on fire tonight, too. You know what I'm saying? You're going to just waste it. You're going to just waste this good juke. You know what I'm saying? Juju. I got to be careful with my words right about now. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to say Jew. You know, Juju. All right? J-U. Yeah. Can't do as much. Okay. There's going to be some great recovery. I'm just telling you right now, you got some good recovery. Maybe you need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Even though one may not believe it right now, but it's still gonna be. I'm telling you. And I send optimal health and healing to you, you know. Okay. Out of town for work, but chilling. All right, there you go. Yeah, Juju. Yes, Pip. Juju. I'm because you think just because you ain't a celebrity, you think just because you ain't some fucking athlete. Let me tell you something. All these platforms, who you think owns them? Okay, yeah. Now, what's going on? Yeah, Nikki, things are going to get a lot better. I'm just saying things are going to definitely improve for you. I would even go so clear as to say both. Boom. Yeah, I do. I've been a bit concerned. Just had my first neurologist appointment today. So you're right on point. Yeah, see? I try to tell you, man. No, but yes, absolutely. Optimum health and blessings to you, man. Optimum health and healing, I should say. Yeah. All right. Anybody else want a card? How did you end up at the gun show? I don't know. Maybe you took a left, baby. Maybe you took a left. I don't know. What guns? I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I'm just maxing and relaxing. All right. So I'm gonna take a drink of this refreshing water, this cool and refreshing water. Yes, everything tastes better once you put that sorcery on it. Oh, I'm gonna give this about 5 more minutes. So if you have a question, you got 5 minutes to get your question in. Or not question, yeah, question. Or if you want a card, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 7:30. Yes, let us put you up there. That's it. Reload. Cock back. Hold on. Let me check my traps first. I don't want to leave anybody out, you know. I don't want to leave anybody behind or leave anybody out. Okay. Okay, I see some hands there. So we're gonna be going with our very own prophetess. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Hey, prophetess, I seen some on I don't know. Oh, never mind. Okay, so nobody else has a question specifically, or they don't want to know the truth. That's what it is. Don't go to Shango. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the truth. No. Let me go to someone who's gonna jack off my ego. All right. Well, all right. So, celestial, earth goddess, or as we know her around these parts, prophetess Vance. What is the message? Look at my comment. Did you comment where? Hold on. Going up. Which comment are you referring to? Just give me a snippet. A snippet of what? Oh, like you want a card? Do you want a card? Or I don't understand. I'm not getting the question. Or it's not even a question. The statement, I'll say. I'll put it to you like that. Yes, the previous. Okay, so you wanted a card. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, I got it. So you were, well, you know what? Yeah, we'll do this. All right, I'll get you just a second. I will get you right now. Not a problem. So how you been now? I'm shaking with it. What you got? All right. Oh, you're good. You're good. I got it. All right. What is it for the prophetess? What's the message to bring forth to the prophetess? Flowing. Okay. Prophetess, have you been feeling okay? I'm only asking this because it's the 10 of hearts and it's reversed. Yeah, I appreciate it though. Tamana. Yeah, this is what I'm getting for you though. It's either going to happen or it's just beginning right now. But I feel in some ways, I feel that there's like some fucking dip, yo, like emotionally speaking. I don't know if during this time, sometimes during some people during this time of year, like it doesn't, they get other things, familiar spirits come about. You know what I'm saying? The veil is still thin. The veil continues to be thin also because, the more in the darkness that we go, the more thinner that particular veil is, But anyways, Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully then this can be avoided. All right. And this may also be speaking about, but I see like a dip, to be honest, and I would hope to be fucking wrong, smack dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? Cancel clear on the dead part for her, you know. But anyways, I feel that there may be some type of situation also within the family or something that affects you emotionally. All right. Now, of course, how things affect us, obviously, that's up to us. You know what I'm saying? So this may be circumvented, if you will, or it doesn't necessarily even have to be, but or it's like a strong potential, like, hey, you're like almost heading in this way, you know. So that's what they're telling me to say. That's what I'm getting. I see something ahead that will, you know, will challenge you as far as emotionally. That's what I see. So sometimes just kind of knowing a little bit, and not to make it come about though, but that it's whatever. Hey, yeah, I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what I have. That's what came through. Okay, Tamana, you just gonna have to wait, Piff. It's my mother. My mother transitioned on 11/5/92. My daughter was born 12/10/01, and she transitioned. I get real emotional around this time. Yeah. What does it mean when you're fighting off the devil? Tamana. And then I'll do Epiphany, and then I'm out. All right, so yeah, you know, it does. This time of year can be very, it's not all like, you know, peaches and cream for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So for tomorrow, what's the message? Tamana, you've got the Four of Hearts. You got the Four of Hearts. Yeah. That's actually a really good card. Very stabilizing influence. I think this year is going to be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? In addition, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if you've been. I keep hearing something about a new home or something. It's like not even a complete sentence. It's more like a little. And when I say it like that, I mean it's like the impression of it. You know, I'm not necessarily seeing something. It's like the impression, or I might have an impression and then I see like a little glimpse of a picture. You know what I'm saying? And they're leaving me here to go, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah. So anyways, but I wanted to say the first thing that came to my mind though was I feel like this you're entering a time here where you're going to learn the value of giving yourself permission to feel secure, safe. I'll say it like that. Feeling safe. You know, like you don't have to always be. I'm not saying obviously to ignore common sense, but I'm just talking about internally, emotionally. There's levels that I feel you're right on the cutting edge of, like, you know. So besides in the physical world, I don't know. I see something about a new home, or there will be a desire for a new home or to move or something like that or whatever. But on the inside world, we're talking about how, let me say it like this. If I was worried and I, you know, got a gun and was walking around with a gun, even if my attitude and my demeanor didn't change a lot, just the fact that like I'm carrying that gun around, like let's just say I don't have no enemies or nothing. I'm just scary, right? Invariably, I shit you not, like somehow what you truly feel inside is going to find you. Somehow it's going to find you. So you want to make sure you got good shit inside. So what I'm saying is feeling safe and secure, like no matter what, and this goes like no matter what happens, you always like you come from this kind of like, I don't know, spiritual, like I have a spiritual sense of safety. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm protected. Like I know it beyond a shadow of a fucking doubt. All right. But if something does happen, I will get back to this place of peace. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just see you like giving yourself permission and like, you know, there's layers and levels to this, because then there's other levels that are more subtle or hidden, like we've been talking about earlier, that we're not really aware of. That's when it gets interesting. You know what I'm saying? Shango, I pray you get Zele one day. Yeah. Like you might consciously think you feel like, well, no, I feel safe. I feel good. I feel this. But then there's these undercurrents of thoughts. These, what are they? What's that shit called? Not sub audio. It's like, you know, the voice in your head or voices or one of them, you know, the messages in your head and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that are inaudible, you know, those are the ones. Yeah. Those are the ones. So you just got to become. Anyways, oh, I think I had one more. Hey, Wise Fox, how are you doing there? Good to see you. All right. So now we're about to get into, I think I got one more. I think I'm doing Epiphany. Clairaudience. No, not clairaudience. It's the fuck is it called? I don't know. It's like sub something, but it's like a voice that you are thinking. It's just not in a way like your other little group of thoughts that you can see and hear. It's like a conversation still going on, but it's done in a way where it's like you're not, or you're so used to hearing it that it becomes invisible. You know what I'm saying? So there's another word. No, it's not like a psychic sense like that. It's different. Epiphany. No, not subconscious. Although it is subconscious, but that's not. Freezing my ass off in Pittsburgh. Oh my God. Like when I think Pittsburgh, I think an ice box. I don't know much about Pittsburgh. Other than like the Steelers. Epiphany. Hey. This is what you got. Epiphany, if you're still here, unless you become a part of the Lakeisha squad, okay? 9 or 6 of clubs. First of all, this to me is about following, acting on your intuition, Okay. Making sure that you do. And they're telling me to tell you that do remember, although your intuition does use information that you have learned and, you know, that you go looking up and stuff, like when you go off on one of your things, down one of your rabbit holes, you know, and you're like researching and, you know, clickety clacking and like searching, putting things together, you know. Yeah, they're telling me, look, that's not that. That's not intuition. That's like, you know, the data gathering phase and all that. And that's good. That's good. Just don't get lost in that. Okay. Just don't get lost in that. And that's what they're saying. Look at the card. Six of Clubs, card of intuition, reversed. Every time I see that, it always comes down to a case of somebody not following their intuition's advice. Okay. So I have to tell you that. The other thing is you may want to just be aware of balanced communication. I mean, you're pretty straight shooter. I think you're probably a pretty good listener. But sometimes we may do one over the other more, even if just in a conversation that may be somewhat important to you. Okay, that's what you got. All right. It's a cool city. I just moved here at the wrong time. Ohio ain't better. Y'all freezing over there, huh? Well, it's colder here now too. Like yesterday it was 65. It was so fucking cold, you know? I was fucking freezing. I was. Does that make sense to you? And you know, I really don't give a shit if it does or if it doesn't, Epiphany, because you take what it is or you leave it, you know. But does that make sense to you? Does that resonate with you? Hallelujah. Does that resonate with you? What was I even saying? Yeah. What did she say? Boom. Yeah. That's me right there. I was like, fuck. Oh, shit. God damn. I'm leaving a 4 a.m. I'm not built for this subtropical. We're the tropical people. Yeah. Yes, it was. It was 65 and it was like, you know, like you had to make sure like you were in the sun. And yes, the sun was out. Okay, but if you walked by somewhere and there was a shadow, like, you know, I'm very pussy-ized when it comes to this, okay? I don't like cold. I don't like cold. I just don't. I don't like cold. I knew that. Look, that was kind of traumatic for me, okay? It's been sitting around 72 to 82, like almost every day, every single day since probably March. I'm not built for 60s. You know, I'm not built for 50s. I'm not built for, what, the other night it was 39 degrees outside. I can't do it. Yeah. Oh, Carmela, I got you. I got you. I don't like heat. Too hot. It's too much. Oh. You just want it nice and blah, huh? Just nice and blah. Well, I mean, to me, that's nice. You know, 72 to 82. And even if it gets a little warmer, I'm okay. I do recognize you're getting into hot now. Okay, I'm not gonna fool myself. Go ahead. I don't like heat. Well, you know, so what are you gonna do? I mean, where the fuck are you gonna live? Right? Like I said, I think this is like the most perfect fucking weather over here. I'm telling you. It's like the most perfect. Ceiling fans, AC. Okay. What was I doing now? I should have clicked your face. I should have clicked your face. Carmela, of course. Carmela. Venga, Carmela. Siéntate aquí. Let me see here. Wait, is that the same one or is this a new one? Just checking because I don't want to leave. Finish my sentence. Oh, thank you. Sister Epiphany has kindly donated, and I want to give you flowers publicly. All right. So thank you so much. Been a little sweetheart. Like Tamana. The rest of you guys, you know, what the fuck was I doing here? Oh, one more place. Hold on. I don't get alerts from this one, so. Okay, cool. Carmela, after you. Carmela, after you, I will be leaving. All right, let's hit it. Yes, you are a sweetie. Bless it. Thank you, Ruth Riddle. Sounds like a vampire with that accent. Really? Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, what is the message for Carmela Ali? There she is, right on the screen. What is the message for Carmela? What is the message for Carmela? All right. You just be talking shit, Prophetess. That's why I love you, Prophetess. All right. Carmela. Carmela. I want to say this. First of all, I feel, and if you haven't, if this is not now, it's coming soon, just like in the movies, coming soon, like it's coming, it's coming. You got this card. Jack of Hearts, though. Reverse. Oh, my stomach. Yeah, it's definitely time to eat. So what does that mean? You have somebody that's going to come to you. I feel like you got a romantic interest coming to you. And I feel like this romantic interest is, it's going to be kind of like catnip to you, but you're going to need to stay aware. You're going to need to be aware of who you're dealing with. All right. Because sometimes we can get caught up in wanting to see people as we want to see them, not for how they actually are. Or we overlook or edit something important. It's going to be a major problem. But this guy seems to be, this energy is kind of wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? In and out. Hard to depend on or whatever, which probably draws you in even more, doesn't it? So yeah, that's what I got for you though. Just you're gonna definitely want to be aware, and I see that, like, yeah, you got something coming. It was it? Fuck you, Finn. How about that? I don't make the rules. All right. Yeah, they're coming soon. I don't know how to feel. To me, that was like to me, that's like kind of Silence of the Lambs. I don't know. I mean, of course I'm gonna check it out. I'm a Martin fan and all that, but I mean, I fuck with Martin, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Okay. Yeah, just be ready. Yeah. Just be ready, you know. Just be ready. Yeah, I see. It looks like Silence of the Lambs to me, but like, okay, you want to do serious roles, then you better bring it. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I said when I seen the trailer. I fucking immediately clicked on it because like he ain't made a movie in fucking forever. You know, I wonder when they fall out like that. Like any actor, right? Any actor, especially actors and actresses, right? I feel another growl coming on. I don't want to hear shit from you, Epiphany. All right. Um, anyways, I wonder if when they get like that, is it just like they're tired of doing the Hollywood thing? Because you know what you know the get down when it comes to the Hollywood shit. You're not going to be in all these big movies and doing all this shit without a lot of other shit going on. Like that's just what the fuck it is. It's just, and it's now getting to the point where it's like to finally have different people within the machine actually saying this shit, not just some person that could be, could not be. You know, it's always been, oh, that's just conspiracy. But you know, Martin was cooking fish on YouTube. Okay. But anyways, I be wondering like when you don't see them like that, is it them wanting to just like get the fuck away from Hollywood and not want to do anything? Or is it like, you know, you ain't paid your tab. You gotta like do certain shit, you know, and you ain't paid your tab in a while. What are we gonna do about this? Anyways, yeah, I've been going down these little stupid rabbit holes on YouTube with all that shit, even though it's like, you know, the Jaguar rights and all that. But now it's like I mean, we already knew that, like, we already knew what the get down was, you know, it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise at all. So I was thinking Will Smith was trying. There's so much shit. I just know this. I know that I don't know. And I know that there's so much more shit that like, that shit is like, it is so eerie how it seems almost every facet of that industry is directly correlated with, well, I'm going to be careful with how I word this, but shit having to do with children, you know? So it's like, and I'd be wondering like all the A-listers, you know, they had to get out and do certain shit. And then plus they also have access to certain things as the average person, such as, you know, festivities that take place on some fucking island out of the jurisdiction of really almost any law enforcement out there, you know, whatever. And it's like, how do these, you mean to tell me all? Yeah, all. And I'm like, how does one turn somebody out on that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you turn somebody out on children? Like, I just, Kanye blowing up their spot. I'm still not too familiar with exactly what, I just know he posted a link to a video and says that, you know, I like this movie, I believe this shit, whatever. And they took greater. Now they're just showing their skirts now. You know, it seems they're going to have to start making examples out of these, you know, individuals. Yeah. Pizzagate. Yeah, for real. I mean, how do you turn somebody out on that? Like turn somebody out to do that shit? Unless either it's already in them. And that's also why they've been able to go through the ranks, because it's like fear factor, you know, like this bitch don't want to put that cup of worms in her fucking mouth, but this bitch over here will, you know? Excuse me. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's just. And so you still, especially now, right now, because the algorithm's going all over the fucking place. You know, I'm not trying to complicate my shit. So like, that's why I just not gonna be. What do they say? That's a good point here. 12. Can I call you 12? Can I call you 12? It was already in them. You know what? I kind of have to say, yeah. So even if it's like a situation where they got violated when they was young or something, now they're like, okay. Nah, I ain't doing no cards for that. Desperation, because they're already in the bloodlines and already are sick. That part's true too. Because you be surprised when you start looking around and shit. Like, how many it really is a fucking spider web. It's like this person over here is cousins with this person, and their cousin over there is, you know, sleeping on this person's uncle, you know what I'm saying? And then like the whatever, it's like all tied up and shit. Well, of course. What's going on, Michelle? But I have been thinking about it. And then there's been other good points that have been brought up too. Like we think little person trafficking, you know, is all just about that, the pizza type shit. But somebody even brought up another point. It's like, what if the reason why they are allowed in power or have been allowed up until now, because now this shit's crumbling, shit's fucking, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. But the entities behind them require certain shit. They require blood. They require certain shit. So what if, or even if we're not I'm talking about even like that's what I'm talking about. I'm going down the rabbit hole. I got the foil hat. Okay, it's already made, it's folded up. It reopens up. I put it back on. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Are you here to pump us up? I must be, huh, Michelle? I must be. But yeah, so I'd be wondering, like, they be saying, like, you know, the point that was said though was something like, what if, I mean, because I know I've heard in many different contexts of us having, you know, contracts with what the mainstream would call aliens. And part of the contracts are, yeah, like you can snatch up so many that you need, you know, and this stops them from like just taking over the whole shit. I don't know why they just, because they obviously probably, I don't know if that's true. It could be all bullshit. I don't know. Like, how is R. Kelly being released? R. Kelly's being released? Real? Moloch, yeah. All that good stuff. Well, R. Kelly, they said that the evidence was hearsay. Like, how many times did they try him? They could have been said that. I don't understand. Like, as far as all the other times he got off, right? And then this time, he was even, how, I don't understand how, but what I'm saying is, I don't understand how, even if it was hearsay, how does it go back to, like, the judge already dropped the gavel. Shit's already been like, you know, how many people are sitting up in there that are innocent? You know what I mean? That are truly actually innocent. I'm not saying he isn't, whatever. I'm not even getting into that. I mean, we all have our opinions based off of things, you know, They have videos. They have videos. Who's making your knees shake? Making my knees shake. Andale, Epiphany, who's making videos? Or what does that mean? They want him to write more songs, plus the women are all older, and they even mentioned Aaliyah, but she can't speak on it. Oh, well, whatever. Ain't nothing surprised me. Nothing surprises me. You know, but I don't even, to me, I just find it all like, as far as just the question of could it be, could it not be, like, is this actually true? Like over here, are they actually doing this and that? And it's like, I can get off on the what if, you know what I'm saying? System is rigged. But the biggest thing, obviously, is just like everything you fucking think you know is like fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. Oh, Panic had to go fuck my shit up. He had to go, he dropped that video on, this one fucked me up. The CIA basically established fucking rap. The rap is not as far as in the streets, but like what has been commercialized, mainstream, monetized, all that good stuff. It's them since day one. So it's just like, and to influence, you know, melanated, especially young melanated men and women to, you know, the behavioral engineering bullshit. Like it's one of the most successful experiments. This came from a CIA agent who's now living in Russia. He can live in Russia now. So now he can talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But that one right there actually did. I was a little bit like, you know, nothing that, you know, when you're growing up and you think shit's one particular way, or you think it's going to be and you have no fucking clue all this other shit was going on. You think all that, like, you know, child shit wasn't going on with all that at that time. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? So they want to take credit away as always. Yeah. They have R. Kelly. They have videos of R. Kelly doing things. Yeah, I mean, I thought they've always had that. Yeah, he fucked me up with that one though. And it was just like, I knew the CIA had some shit to do with, like, ever since like the gangster rap, you already know that's when shit fucking changed forever, you know, just from that point. But it was going on even further back. And even all the shit that was like, that a lot of dudes are so proud of, you know what I'm saying? Like the poor righteous teachers, what happened to the conscious rap and all that? Like all that shit too. All of it. It's like, wow. Damn. And now it's like, and besides that, like I've been seeing just through the veil a whole lot more. And I could just, it's just everything. Like I could see like a lot of bullshit. You know, and the more layers of lenses that you may strip away or like whatever. So you can actually see what the fuck is going on. It's just kind of like, I don't let it, I mean, get to me emotionally. It's interesting. It's interesting. You know, they have videos of everyone doing strength. Yeah, yeah. What's her name? That Jaguar broad said that Hollywood that's what it's one of its fundamental things is based on. It's like blackmail central. They got to get you in a situation. They got to get something on you. You know, if you're a dude, you know, maybe something happens. You drink the wrong drink. And you wake up and you wonder why your asshole felt like it, dude. And then you find out, oh, there's some footage, you know? So anyways. Yeah. It's just, Yeah. I mean, so like I said, it's not that much of a stretch, but just the fact that it was like since day one, all the way to like Africa Bambaataa. And what did he suppose? I mean, allegedly, I don't know if he didn't. I don't know what any of that. But what was he having to do with? If anybody knows that, you know what I'm saying? Or there was a bunch of shit that came out about him about that. So like, you know, dude. It's true, you know, shit. So, but at the same time, it's not surprising. Nothing surprises me. It's not like I'm that like, you know, it's just like, yeah, it all makes sense now. It all actually makes sense. A lot of this shit. Sometimes it just takes a contract of greed to get poked in the, to give up the grippers. All right. No, I mean, you definitely have a demographic of people who don't give a fuck about anything, and they'll definitely, you know, give up whatever they need to give up. They'll give up their mom, they'll give up their whole they're giving it all up. They don't give a shit. They think that getting all that stuff is going to like fill that void that they have, you know? So then they find out what else comes. I used to think, well, how come if you're a rapper and you got like millions of dollars, why don't you just film? Like if you wanted to make a movie, you have enough money to fund your own movie. Why don't you just do that? Or why don't you just do this? Or how come they just don't do that? You know, and it's like, you got people that are like, and all these motherfuckers got handlers. Even the ones you think are so top, you're not top. You got a handler. You're told what to do. You know, there's a certain brand. What was he saying? He made another good point though too. He was talking about, you know, I remember like Gucci don't want black folks wearing their shit. And it was like this whole, he was talking about art or something like that, but he was just saying how, would you put a Picasso in a Walgreens or some shit, or like in the hood, you know? No, because it would devalue. Like the Picasso is supposed to be so prestigious, and you know, it signifies your status and all this shit. Like if it was in the ghetto, it would be like they got a loan they have to pay back. Oh yeah, top of the food chain. Not knowing they'll be passed around. I guess, dude. I don't know. Diddy's a motherfucker. That's what I do know. Diddy's a motherfucker, yo. That's like your job, give it. Yeah, exactly. That you got to pay back, right? Yeah. It just, fuck that machine. Any and everything about it. And it's all sports, music, movies, TV, fucking what, Broadway? I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah. Wise Fox said, like how like how Kanye was handled by his fitness trainer. Yeah, I was like, I can tell he was actually legitimately reading that shit. Like it's not like he made it up and just so that way when the camera's on him, he can be like, yeah, I just got this text, you know, like that shit. You could tell that shit was like, what was your fucking relationship? Diddy breaks down. Did he? Diddy's a motherfucker, man. Diddy's a motherfucker. Yeah. But what was he talking about right now? With your guess is as good as mine, goddamn it. Okay. It's as good as mine. Yeah, I do think Diddy be violent. Diddy a cold piece, man. I mean, yeah, it's fucking nuts. But to a lot of these other people, they're like, this is how it's been. Just like, can you imagine before all the internet and shit? Because the internet became the great equalizer to some extent, because now you could just be a nobody, but you have a phone, you get some type of footage on it and you put it to your Instagram, and let's say you don't even have hardly any friends or whatever. So it still can go, you know? That's real shit. Prophetess, that's real shit. Yeah, that's real shit. All of them, man. All of them. You start looking at this shit like, you start maybe going with one story, and then you notice like all this shit starts popping up and suggest, hey, you might want to watch this. They've been saying it though. Like, how long has Corey Feldman been talking that shit? And all these other kids from before, like all the shows. I can only imagine. I can only fucking imagine. Probably pretty much almost every kid on there. I'm willing to pretty much bet. I mean, if you're not willing to play ball, there's another kid that will, as they say to them. You know what I'm saying? So he told it all, but no one listened. Nope. And I think they did the other Corey even worse or just as bad as him, but I think he like couldn't take it. Didn't he check himself out, we'll say, out of the rabbit hole? Well, yeah, that's the other thing too, Prophet, is that nobody had a voice. The only voice was the media, and that's it. That's all it was. And everybody back then pretty much believed that shit. Just well, the news said he overdosed at the Viper Room. You know all the shit. See, I don't usually be talking about this shit too much. Definitely not in a bitch and complaining ass way like some individuals do, because I'm just saying some of these things, like, they don't surprise me, but they do surprise me, and it's just like Corey Haim. Yeah, that's him. Corey Haim. You live in LA. Oh, okay. Gotcha. He had a drug overdose, according to them. Yeah. I got it. I figured that. He lived. All right. Diddy got Usher. R. Kelly and Usher sing. Put this right there. Diddy got Usher. R. Kelly and Usher same girl. I think the other River Phoenix OD'd at the Viper Room too. Yeah. And it was just so easy. Like, they could just put some in your drink. Someone can bump into you. You're at a club, You're not maybe you are expected. Because I think that some of these people, that's why they were acting so freaking out and shit. And then they want to say that they're crazy, but they're not actually paranoid if it's actually true that motherfuckers are trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, yeah, man. And so you're at the club, right? You're whatever. Somebody just, it's packed. Somebody just kind of bumps into you. A little something gets in your drink. That person just wobbles off somewhere. Next thing you know, they find you dead. Oh, it was a heart attack. Oh. Put some, and a lot of them I mean, a lot of them do drugs. So, like, movies Eye Wide Shut tells it all. Yeah. Fidelio. Scandal was my show. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I want to thank y'all. All right. I'm going to get up out of here. Wise Fox, I agree with that, man. I agree with that because somebody had to sign off, but they say everybody has a price. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. So good night, LA, Prophetess, Red Sunflower, Epiphany, Brother Nicholas, and whoever else is here. Whoever else is here. No. And we'll see you again. All right, sometime, somewhere.